I got nothing else. I really don't. I don't have anything else. All right. Let's try this again. And let's go here. And tweet that out again. There we go. Let's copy that. And let's put this back in a system that works, maybe, possibly. Paste. Time the mic works. Nice. Excellent. Let's try that. See how that goes. All right. Hopefully this time the microphone works and is not showing me in like a super deep voice. Apparently there was some serious problems. Some serious problems with the microphone the last time, and that root cause was um, Realtek's HD Audio Manager. Um, hey, what's up, Gunsmith? Apparently, the Realtek HD Audio Manager really hates me, and it wasn't gonna work as much as I wanted it to. That's fine. Don't worry about having to chat too much. Um, let's. I'm just trying to close out some stuff that I don't need running in the background. That's just taking up extra. Um, I don't need Curse Forge either. But yeah. Anyway, so hopefully the audio doesn't sound comically deep anymore. It needed to be slightly adjusted, and realistically, I should be practicing a lot of voice acting stuff because, interestingly enough, I have, I guess, been I've been taken on by an individual that uh, I'm gonna effectively hire as my voice coach, and hopefully I'll be doing a little bit more voice acting because I really enjoy that and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing different voices. I enjoy doing a little bit of everything, and it'd be really cool to do some localization stuff. The usual sort of anime and video games and things like that. But the industry is very difficult to break into. It's very hard to break into. There's a lot of people that are constantly vying for the jobs, and it's kind of cutthroat, but could be fun. So I'm going to be looking at doing that a little bit just to see if the guy in question, I sent him a demo reel and he liked it enough to work with me. I'm by no means perfect, nor am I spectacular or some sort of God's gift to voice acting whatsoever. I'm not. Um, I am just talented enough to get in the door. So that's good. Um, oh, that's good. Voice acting is a lot of fun. You should definitely get into it. It's good times. Anyway, so here's some things. The furry community as a whole, um, as nice of a place as it can be, as great of a place as it can be, um, can also be wildly toxic. Um, it can be pretty ridiculous as to what we we consider acceptable behavior, because, well, we consider some pretty strange stuff acceptable behavior. We consider uh, we consider tearing people down um, with no intention to build them back up as better individuals acceptable behavior. And it's fine to show someone where they've gone wrong, I think. I believe that sometimes we can be a little enthusiastic about that and we can get a little overboard about that. But as a whole, it's a good idea and it's a good practice to allow ourselves to the license, at least, to try to help people become better versions of themselves. Sometimes it works out for the best and sometimes it does not. Um, in most cases, though, we are really we're ready to pick up that sledgehammer to just demo a person down to their core. We're not ready to pick up like a construction hammer and like build them back. And I think that's the problem. I think that's the issue that we're having. And it's a lot of nonsense that I see in the fandom when it comes to things like that. When it comes to people that that want desperately to be a part of the fandom and they want to be a part of the in crowd. So when they see someone that they respect or they like bust on someone else, they sort of bandwagon on. And when you bandwagon on to someone who's busting someone down without knowing fully like the reasons behind it, you might just stay bandwagoned on that destruction train with no intention of helping that person back up. Um, and policing our group is effectively our job. It is. There's no one else to do it. No one else is going to do it. It's just going to be us, right? So if it's just going to be us and we're just going to be trying to do the best. I'm going to move this a little closer. And we're just going to be trying to do the very best that we can in making our group better. Then I suggest fully that however much energy you put into burning someone down, you should put that much energy into making them better. Because one is obviously significantly more fun than the other, and easier too. It is significantly easier to critique someone, to judge them on their failures, on their on the issues that they haven't fixed, and that's the easy part. The hard part is making that person a better member of the community. Um, and so oftentimes we see people going after other people for perceived slights or um, just anything. And if they can't find anything, some of these people will quite literally just make something up about someone, or or cobble together badly done evidence in order to take a shot at someone, and that's not okay. It's not okay. I just started to say it was fine just because it's my go-to phrase, but it's not fine. It's not. You don't do that. Um, if you don't know for a certainty that a person has done something, um, please, I employ you to go and look at the evidence, please, because you need to go and look at something that is not biased, not cobbled together by someone that has an agenda. You need to look at every piece of the puzzle individually, as it were. Um, I probably could have just done this in fursuit and people would have fucking loved this. This chair is trash, by the way. This chair I'm using right now is absolute trash. It is monstrously trash. And these guys right here, their chairs last for like, I don't know, couple months, and then they just break down. It's like sitting on a wooden chair right now. And this, like, you guys can't see this, but the chair is actually sloped forward because it no longer stays up because the padding is just completely wrecked. And yeah, it's pretty terrible. I need to get a new one. I need to get a new desk chair. I should probably get one. I got one for Ink and it was great, but I need to get one for myself. And I probably should have done this in fursuit, like truly in fursuit. Interestingly enough, hold on, let me do something real quick and let's just see what happens. Let me adjust this. I'm going to adjust this up and adjust this up again to where it's like this. So it's like way up there, right? And then let me go and do this. And then we can do this. And I think we'll actually keep more people if I do it this way. If I just kind of sit and, you know, kind of do the kind of cutesy fursuit thing. Because I think that'll work better, to be honest with you. And then I can adjust this a little bit. There we go. There we go. And then we do this. And yeah. So yeah. So anyway, something to kind of keep in mind as we talk about this is that the vast majority of people are good people. The vast majority of people in the fandom are good people. But we do have some people that are less than nice, less than fun, should we say. And those individuals, well, those people are just kind of in it for themselves. Those people are, they're just trying to do whatever they can to gain clout, to gain recognition. And if that just so happens, let me see if I can. There we go. There we go. That's probably better. But those people are just trying to kind of gain clout, and they'll do it by trying to take down as many people as possible, however they can. And it's a terrible way of doing things. But as you know, as a side note, let me get that. So I'm not wearing my paws because I want to be able to adjust this if I need to. But as a side note, again, most people are good, but we have a few that just continuously are looking to basically go, oh, you see me, I too am also a very righteous person because I destroyed this person. Like, it's not, that doesn't matter. Like, you getting on to someone is only half of the job. It would be like someone building half of your house and then just going like, oh, okay, there you go. That'll be $200,000 now, or $300,000, or however much it is.
like, it would be ridiculous because you're like, well, what about the rest of it? It's like, well, we did the fun bit. We dug holes in the ground and we're done now. No, if you're gonna take the time to chastise someone, take the time to try to lift them back up. It's just as simple as that. Like, you have to do the rest of the job. You can't just do some of it. Some of it's not enough. But that's one thing that I think is kind of nonsense, is that we spend a lot of our time trying to knock people down and we don't spend any time trying to build them back up. And that is, to me, um, it's foolish because it makes us a very toxic place to be. The fandom being very toxic in that regard. That we're just waiting on someone to fuck up. That's all we're waiting on anyone to do. We're not celebrating anyone's achievements. We're not saying, "Oh, this person's amazing" or "this person's amazing." No, like, um, however long ago it was, we had Majira that wanted to go on a podcast, and people were like, "Oh no, you can't go on the podcast because we don't like these people." It doesn't matter what good he could have done because someone didn't like it, because someone disagreed with it. Oh, we couldn't do that. No, we can't do that. It's silly. It's nonsense. Like, here's a person that could have done real good for the community, and you decided to just take that away from him, which was silly and stupid. And then we have Meeps, who quite literally went to outer fucking space, and all people could say was, well, he could have used that money for something else. God. Oh, good fucking God. Yeah, okay, well, all of those people that said that, I hope you never buy a fucking fursuit. I hope you don't, because you gotta use that money for something else. And then more of those people, uh, yeah, lifting yourself up by standing on the bodies of your slain. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, like, if you personally believe that Meep shouldn't have gone to space and he could have donated that money or whatever, it's then, dude, just just pump the brakes a little bit and just think about the fact that, like, some of these people legitimately wanted Meeps, and other people that had money. If you have money, you can't be in the fandom anymore because it's only a blue collar place. According to this one person who will be nameless, because I honestly don't remember their name, but they were on Twitter saying this bullshit. That's not the way to be about things, because those people quite literally make the economy as much of a powerhouse as it is. It's these people that have that kind of money, and most of the people, like, a lot of the furry community is IT, and IT usually commands six-figure salaries, which means you're not blue collar, which means you can't be in the fandom, according to this person, because they only want people in the fandom that are, like, blue collar workers, apparently. And anything else, and I'm sorry, you have to get out. It's just like being 30 in the fandom. Sorry, you have to get out. It's just all these arbitrary things. They're just like, we don't want these people in our fandom because we are the most loving and tolerant and accepting group of people. We just don't accept this list of people over here. And those two things cannot be true at the same time. You cannot be the most accepting group of people with a gigantic list of people that you don't want in the fandom for arbitrary reasons. Now, if it is a reason of this person is a criminal, I understand that. I understand that being a list of people that we might not want to tolerate. Eh, so that's basically what it is. It's a fandom, not a club, and you're right about that. You're 100% right about that. It is not a club, it is a fandom, which means that no one gets to tell anyone whether or not they are a member of that fandom. No one does. No one gets to say that they are or they are not. Those are the rules. Sorry about that. I'm sorry if that upsets you, but that's reality for you, and that's what that word means. But all of these people that have this idea of, I only want the people I like to be in the fandom and no one else. Well, you're gonna have to deal with the fact that there are gonna be people in the fandom that you don't like. And if you haven't met anyone in the fandom that you don't like yet, don't worry, you definitely will. You will meet people in this fandom that you straight hate. You will meet people in this fandom that you honestly would rather swallow razor wire, pull it out your ass, and floss yourself to death than spend one more moment in the same vicinity. You will meet these people. You will. 100%. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And if you haven't met them yet, then you will. And if you already have, you know what I'm talking about. You will meet these people. You will meet people that are self righteous, self absorbed, arrogant, condescending. You will meet people that are just straight, social justice warriors. You will meet people that are, that are from a far faction of cancel culture. You will meet all of these people. And the question is, if I don't like them, should they be in the fandom? Yes, they should be in the fandom. Despite the fact that I don't like them, they deserve to be in the fandom just like anyone else does. Unless you have done something wrong to not be in the fandom, you deserve to be in the fandom. Regardless of whether or not my personal opinion of you is good, bad, or in between. You don't get to pick who you're in the fandom with. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a fandom. It's just, I don't know. I see this a lot, and there's a difference there. And again, good God, why is there's always a hair inside the head of this suit, and I don't know. I've gone through it with a lint roller, but it just comes down to, if you want that person to change their ideologies, give them a reason to, because you saying something to them isn't necessarily going to change their ideology. Be a good example for other people. Be that good example that you wish you had. Let's see. Hold on. The stereotypes, but it's diluted by the good of you keep looking. I'm not sure. Oh my God, what? Mm. Whew. That's itchy. So basically, what this comes down to is a question of belonging, and a question of morality. So we say that these people don't belong in the fandom, and other people do, and yet conventions still let in like convicted pedophiles, because I'm going to continue to use the word pedophile, because I refuse to use minor attracted person. You are a criminal. Sorry, but I'm not gonna go down that road with you. We're not gonna like slowly walk it back until it's all okay. Like, if you are attracted to children, you need to go seek help. And also, you should not be given positions of authority and power in a convention. If you are a convicted, uh, like, if you are a convicted pedophile, sorry, you don't get to go to the convention where we have underage individuals occasionally at said convention. That should be something that doesn't happen at all. Yet it does. We have that. We have that happen. And of course, you cannot necessarily ban someone from a hotel, but you can have con staff not allow them in, and if they are spotted, if they like find a different way in, because of course they could register under a different name or someone else could register for them. There could be 1,000 different ways they get in, but if con staff sees that person there, maybe we don't let that person anywhere near that, because it's a problem, and those people don't deserve to be in the fandom. Everyone else that just simply has a different opinion than a person, that's not a reason for kicking someone out. It's not one. Like, it doesn't matter what it is unless it's illegal. It's really difficult to say that this person doesn't deserve to be in the fandom because of this, that, or the other thing. If you don't want that person in the fandom because they disagree with you in some sort of ideological way, then they don't have to be at your room party, or they don't have to be in your social group, and you don't have to associate with them. But you can't just get them removed from the fandom purely because you have a different ideological view of the world. If so, then there'd be no one left in the fandom, because nobody agrees 100% with anyone ideologically. No one. And if you make that blade, remember that you don't get to keep it. And it can cut you just as fast as it can cut someone else. So, sure, you could decide that that's the case, and anyone that disagrees with you ideologically or politically has to go. Let's see. Kata, it's okay to have different opinions or agree to disagree and still be friends, but I don't think there's much of that around anymore. No, I don't think so. Sorry if you keep looking to find the right parts of the fandom. Yeah, you should always keep looking, because there's good parts of the fandom. I don't mean to be negative about this. There are good parts of the fandom, plenty of them. It's just that right now we're going to talk about the parts that aren't so good. Um, uh, let's see. Blasted. We have to have rush hour now. Great to have time. All right. Well, we'll see you later then. This is completely off topic, but my brother bailed on our vacation. I'm asking everyone I know. I have to ask my mom if my boyfriend can come with. I don't understand. Let me read that again. This is completely off topic, but my brother bailed on our vacation. I'm asking. I'm asked everyone I know. I know now. I have to ask my mom if my boyfriend can come with. I'm not sure what you're asking, Scoop. Like, at all. So I read that through twice now, and I'm thoroughly. Let's see. Okay. Still having. Let's see. I'm brother. I've asked everyone I know. Now I have to ask my mom. Are you asking? Not really asking if it's a statement. The lack of punctuation doesn't help. Okay. That's cool, I guess. I hope you guys have a good time on your vacation. If you get to go with your boyfriend. But such as it is, let's see. Oh, you have to ask your mom's permission. Okay, well that makes sense. That's reasonable. Um, but anyway, so um, I guess something to keep in mind with all of this is that um, all of the people that you disagree with, all the people that you don't want to hang out with, you don't have to talk to those people or really even associate with those people. Um, it's fine. You can just kind of like tacitly ignore their existence. It's generally what I do with people that I like have kind of a disdain for, or I think are probably more trouble than they're worth. That's basically it, right? So I don't really do things like that, and thinks that it's like thinks that I'm going to change that person. Um, some people you're not going to change. Some people you just won't, and other people you can. Um, and it's great if you can. It's great if you can change that person's mind and make them a little bit more open minded. But most of the time, you probably won't. Uh, you probably won't change anyone's mind. In fact, I almost guarantee you won't. Um, People have to decide to change their own mind. Um, you can't change it for them. Um, Not without uh, doing some like severely terrible things to an individual. And even then, it kind of gets to that kind of Manchurian candidate level of things you'd have to do to them to like actively make them change their mind about a thing. Um, so aside from that, just be a decent human being. Try to understand that not everyone has to have the exact same worldview as you, and having an echo chamber is super dangerous anyway, and you don't want that. You don't want just an echo chamber that just tells you how great you are and how amazing all of your ideas are. That's significantly dangerous. Don't do that. Especially at cons, we're here to get away from the rest of the world. I mean, there's a lot of that. Uh, let's see. It used to be more about you're a furry, I'm a furry, let's hang. Then learn to avoid anything not compatible. Yeah, I mean, effectively, that's basically it. You don't want to get to a point where you're just not compatible with other people around you. Um, so, we just kind of avoid things like. I'm happy to talk about religion and politics and all the rest of that. Some people are not, and just understand boundaries, understand when a subject is just not going to be the thing that you want. But something that you could keep closer to mind is that regardless of someone's um, ideology, uh, if you judge them on their moral character and who they are as a person before you judge them on anything else, I think you'll be happier as an individual. Um, Not all of my friends vote the same way I do, or believe the same way I do. Um, but as it comes down to it, they don't have to still be my friends. They don't have to agree with me in any way, uh, shape or form for them to be my friends. In fact, if they have different ideas than me, that might be better for me than just staying with the exact same ideas that everyone else has. Because I don't believe that that's a good thing for anyone. Having the same ideas repeated back to you over and over again is significantly worse, and it will get to a point where you are stuck in that same echo chamber forever. Um, Variety is the spice of life, and you should have a variety of people. You should have a variety of ideas. Um, and if you feel that you cannot begin to survive the world because someone said something to you that you disagreed with. Uh, I'm sorry, it's just not, it's not the worst thing ever to have someone say something to you. To have a conversation with someone, to have a detailed conversation with someone is to risk being offended and to offend someone. And if you're unwilling to risk that, then you're unwilling to have an open and honest conversation. And I'm sorry, but I can't have any respect for that. And I won't have any respect for it. And I will also not tolerate it at all. And if people disagree with me, that's fine. They're allowed to. It's why on my videos, I never turn my comments off. And I don't censor people unless they're just immediately like trying to get people to go to sites that could steal their information. Then I will censor that comment. Aside from that, you may say whatever it is that you want to say to me, and I will not censor the comment. I will not remove it. I will keep my comments open because that's what they're there for. There are plenty of people that told me that Spyn's voice was stupid and they didn't like it, and it irritated them. Enough so that I actually changed how Spyn speaks. I no longer use Spyn's voice, which is good for my vocal cords, but it's also in response to people that normal people or rather regular furry YouTubers would have probably silenced those individuals because they didn't care what they had to say. And I took honest feedback from individuals that probably didn't like me very much, but I used it to make the channel better. So you can choose to grow from information that people give you, or you can choose to stagnate. This is, you're gonna have a bad time, yeah. Yeah. So, you can do whatever it is that you want to do in this fandom. I have seen. You can be as social or antisocial as you want to be. You can be as political or apolitical as you want to be. But the one thing that we all need to internalize, and the one thing we all need to be better about, is if you're going to try to tell someone that they've gone too far and you want to beat them to their knees, just remember that's only half the job. The rest of your job is helping them back up and helping them stand taller than they stood before. If you can't do that, then you have no business knocking someone down. If your ability to help someone back up is not equal to that of your ability to knock someone down, then don't do it. Because we don't need you just keeping people down so that you can feel better about you. This is not what this is about. It's not about you. I know you probably think everything is, but it's not. So sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, if you can't do this, get the fuck out of our way. Stand over there and be quiet. Because if what we're trying to do is make this person better, we don't need you just kicking the shit out of them over and over and over again and constantly moving the goalpost because it makes you feel good to kick someone while they're down. That is one of the most miserable character traits that you can possibly have. So your choices are stay the fuck out of it or learn how to pull someone back up from the ditch, because that's the rest of the job. Effectively do whatever you want so long as it's not affecting anybody else's life. That's true. It's like, religion. Religion is like a diet. Your religion is like a diet. If your religion says no donuts, then no donuts for you. But that doesn't mean no donuts for me. It just means no donuts for you. And if you can keep that in mind, the world will just be a happier place. I sincerely hope that all the people that just sit there and want to just beat on people learn how to make people better. Learn how to offer that hand up and make them, because it benefits us greatly if they do. If anyone is out there listening to this and you take personal offense to anything I've said, and it's offended you that I said that people just kick people down and keeps them down, good. Good that it offended you, because you're the person that I'm talking to. You're the person that needs to learn to extend that hand and lift that person up. If you're going to beat them down, lift them back up. Oh, you're just having trouble hearing me in suit? Well, I can fix that. I can fix that. I'll break the magic.
I'll break the magic. I'll break the magic just for this, so that you can truly hear what I'm saying. I'll repeat this one more time, just for the people, just so that I am absolutely clear, and so people truly understand me. If anything I have said has upset you when I talk about you not offering a hand up to the people that you have knocked down, if you cannot do that thing, if you are incapable of offering a hand up to the same person that you have knocked down so that they stand taller than they did before, and you can't stop yourself from moving the goalpost, that way you keep that person on their knees because it makes you feel good about yourself, then we don't need you talking to these people, because you do more harm than good. You are the exact worst person to be doing this. Now, this does not mean you cannot learn to be good at this and offering that hand up, but you must take that initial step to offer that hand up, to offer a way for them to rise better than they ever were before. If you cannot do that thing, and the things I am saying upset you and offend you, good, because you need to hear them. If it offends you, then it's probably echoing something inside of you that says that you do that and you're being called out for it. So now that I've called you out for it, let me offer you a hand up, because this is what you should be doing. What you need to learn to do is find compassion for that person. Understand that people make mistakes. Understand that people effectively want to be better. And if you can offer a way of being that is better and will be more productive for them, and takes the time out of your day to say, hey man, look, I know what you did was kind of fucked up. And it didn't go well over Twitter, it didn't go well over this, or it didn't go well over that. But let me help you in understanding where it is you went wrong and what you could have done differently, what you might be able to do in the future. And maybe we can talk about this. Maybe we can talk about this, maybe over private message or something like that. You don't have to do it publicly or anything like that. Maybe I can help you find a way to express these feelings in a more constructive way if they said something that was wrong. We're all in and at different places, stages in our lives, other people. Let's see. I think a lot of people get caught up in feeling better than everyone else, that they forget to they are talking to human beings who deserve respect and decency. They do. I have made these same mistakes. This is the reason I feel qualified to talk to you about this, is I've made these same mistakes. I've made this mistake on this channel. I have done, I've said things to people that I should not have said, and I should have been better. I should have explained better. I should have taken the time to make that person better. And if I'd done so, it would have been a significantly better outcome for everyone involved. But, I have lost time with individuals that I can't get back. I have lost that with people where I had a real chance of improving this person's life, or maybe even making them think slightly differently. And that's what you need to do, is understand that if you're going to chastise them for something that they've done, then you must be willing and able to understand them as a human being and offer suggestions to make them better. Truly offer suggestions, not, die in a fire. Like truly offer a suggestion that will affect that person for the rest of their lives. Use your knowledge. Obviously, if you're able to see that this is a mistake, show them where they went wrong. Show them how they could have done it better. If they themselves are calling someone out and it just wasn't well done, then show them how they can be better. Because it does no good to just spurn them and toss them aside. It will do us no good for all those people that are like that to stay like that. It doesn't do us any good. That just keeps them right where they're at. And it does no one any good to keep them on their knees for the rest of their lives and continuously move the goalpost so they never get back up. So they're never really forgiven. So that it just makes us feel better. You can't do these things because it does nothing for our society. It does nothing for our fandom. Critique, not criticize. Critiques are more important than criticizing. Anyway, guys, to kind of wrap this up, understand that not everyone has to agree with you. In fact, it's good if they don't. And understand that if you're going to break someone down, you must be willing to build them up. And finally, understand that no one gets to decide who is in and who is out of the fandom whatsoever, based loosely around ideologies. The caveat to this, the big asterisk, the big, at the end of the sentence, is that if they have done something illegal or are continuing to do things that are illegal, that's different. So long as it is not illegal, no one deserves to be ousted out of the fandom just because. That's not okay. I do not know how to say your name. I'm just going to call you Small because that's what I got out of that. Dawid, something like that. But hey, how's it going? But I really hope that you guys take the time to truly listen to me on this, because it's a problem in our fandom. I've seen it. I've seen people just dislike someone purely because they got to do something that that other person didn't get to do. And it's okay to be envious of someone. It's just not okay to be jealous. It's just one of those things. And I hope we can be better. I hope we all can be better. And I look forward to helping people that want or need my help. I am almost always around. Anyone that knows me personally would be more than happy to tell you so. So you don't take my word for it. But if people have issues, I generally take time out of my day to try to help them through it. If I've got the time left in my day to help someone else, all while trying to help myself as well. I'm a bit ill, and oof, you're talking about kind of serious stuff. Did something happen for you to do that? No, these are just things that are important to understand, um, and to help us all be better as people. Um, Nothing in specifics happened, like a single thing. Nothing was a particular catalyst for it. Um, the fandom just has some toxicity to it that really needs to be um, fixed as best as possible. That is the second time someone like that has said something like that. I don't know who that person is. But the next person to put that kind of thing in chat, I'll just remove you from chat. So there is that. But in any case, I specifically just want people to be better versions of themselves, and to do so, we have to have some hard conversations. And it all can't be about, what's the best way to pack your fursuit and 9 ways to keep your fursuit clean and dumb things I've seen at fur cons. It can't all be those things. As much as I'd like it to be. And I would love to not have to make these kind of videos. I would. But unfortunately, we need to have a serious talk about this kind of stuff. What I wanted to do most today, I wanted to play video games. That's what I wanted to do. But for some reason, I just felt like this was important and I needed to do it. That said, my Streamlabs isn't working either, but I probably would have ended up talking about this kind of thing even while playing a game. So there's that too. So keeping all of that in mind, I just want you guys to understand that we can be better to each other and for each other. And I want all of you to remember to always extend that hand down and lift that person back up. If you have to chastise someone, fine, but remember to lift them back up. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say on that. We got some time left in this stream, so I'm going to give over the rest of the time to questions. I'm going to do 5 minutes for questions and things like that. So if you have a question, comment, concern, whatever, just put it in chat and we'll talk about it. That's nice you are talking about that. I don't like when people argue about such stuff. That kind of thing happens. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. Where's my cat? Well, she was in here, but no, I think she went upstairs and went to bed with Ink. So, she's probably in bed. You are at the end of the stream, but it does mean you get to ask questions, and they don't have to pertain to what we talked about. You may ask any question that you like, and I will answer it as honestly as I possibly can. Will you play a Warhammer game with me? I'm not downloading any more games because you say so, Scoop. Do you feel like if you don't talk about these things, then nobody else will? Well, I feel like not enough people talk about it. I'm sure someone else will. I mean, I can't be the only one. I hope I'm not the only one. Let's see. So I hope that I'm not the only person that talks about these things. I'm really not. Yes, Scoop. This is exactly about Soda Drinker Pro. It will always be about Soda Drinker Pro. Never again. Have you thought about doing a panel at a con discussing some of these topics with maybe a Q&A? I've thought about it, but I mean, I would, someone would have to invite me to do a panel on this kind of thing. Someone. Am I part of the LGBTQ plus community? Am I part of it? Well, I am Demi, which means I do not find anyone physically attractive until I've built a relationship with them. And for those of you that don't know, so that puts me under the umbrella of ACE. So we share the flag colors and all the rest of that. So I guess that would make me part of it. It's whatever. Does anyone else know the legend of So the Drinker Pro? No. And if there is a just and loving God, um, they won't. And that will be deleted not only from the internet, but also from my mind. Let's see. So the Drinker Pro is a good game. Not pertaining to this channel, no. Uh, you should tell them the story. No. I will give a condensed version of it. It's Scoop convinced me to buy this game to play for other people. I played it for about 5 minutes and I could feel my intelligence ebbing away. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. But anyway. But yes. So we have time for some more questions. If people have more questions, I'm happy to answer whatever. Yes, you were probably the only person watching that day, and that's good because I would not want to be known for playing that. What do you recommend to do as a furry YouTuber? I have a channel, but I really don't make videos on it now. Well, when you are trying to oh, and real quick, what continent do I live on? I live in North America. But as a YouTuber, you should strive to do something that's personal, and also you should always ask yourself, why would someone watch me? What what am I doing that's different or unique, that, or is it the same thing that everyone else is doing? And if it's the same thing, it doesn't necessarily have to be different or earth shattering or this change or anything like that. It needs to be something that's a different take on it. So why is it different? And if you can find a way to make it different and make it yours, then great. It doesn't have to be something completely different than anyone else has ever done. I do sociological looks at the fandom. I usually talk about these kind of deep things because it does feel like nobody else does it. So I try to do it so that other people don't have to, I guess. So we have time for a few more questions. I definitely hope that answers your question. In terms of that, yeah, put a different spin on it. Yeah, basically, you should have your own take on something, no matter what it is. You should always have your own take on something. I think that's important. You should be unique in any way that you possibly can. Your own experiences, your own issues you've went through, your trials, your tribulations, all the rest of that, all of those things make you uniquely different than anyone else on the planet. No one else has had the exact same life experience as you, and that means that you can do something different than anyone else. Spyn, have you ever been in the military? Absolutely not. I have not. Thought about joining the military, and I regret not joining the military. It is one of my deepest regrets that I have, is not actually joining the military. I feel like I should have, but who knows what I would be doing differently if so. How often do you stream, and when will the next time you stream? I'm going to try to stream more regularly, and I'm going to try to get my OBS working so that I can stream video games for you guys and do really cool things. And so I can talk with examples and stuff like that. And I think that'd be fun for you guys. And I'd really like to do that. Any further questions, comments, concerns, worries, things like that I might be able to address? Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. I might be able to do those things. It is rather late. It's like almost 3 a.m. for me. But I try to stream pretty often now, so I'm going to try to stream more. I usually try to get to it at least once a week. I'd like to do more than that, though. What's my favorite D&D alignment? Chaotic neutral. I like that one a lot. Or chaotic good. I should sleep. But okay, I will give just a few more moments for people to get in any final questions that you may have. Everybody is asking these more complicated questions. Meanwhile, I'm asking the basics since I just found this channel. No, you should ask whatever questions come to mind. Do you remember the breadstick milk question? No, I do not. I don't remember that. Sounds terrifying. Breadstick milk question. I may sleep later, possibly. I was playing video games. My job? Well, right now I kind of really do a lot of stuff for my family's business. We do like property management kind of stuff, and own a lot of properties and in and around our local area. So I basically help out wherever I can in that regard, which can be fun. All right, I'm gonna take 2 more questions. 2 more. So the next 2 questions they get asked are the 2 that are going to get answered in order. And if I don't get any in the next, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, then I'm just going to assume that nobody else has any questions. And that's fine. Basically, you ever dip a breadsticks in milk? Absolutely not. And I don't remember that question. Let's see. Obama, question mark. Obama was definitely a person. And could you meow? I could. Anyway, I think that's going to be it, guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, hanging out with me, and I hope you learned something. I hope I made you think, and I hope you're better for it. Hopefully all of those things. No, I didn't meow at all. You asked me if I could, and I told you I could. But anyway, again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much, and I will definitely see you on the next stream. I hope you guys have a fantastic night, and I will chat with all of you later, and have a good night, guys. Okay, bye.